with emotions, with good feelings. The fact is, the secret is just like affirmations. Many of you have been around back when affirmations were really big, and it was like The Secret. It was just huge. And then I had a client or a guy who said, well, affirmations don't work. I said, well, it's working for you. Because why? He had a lot of emotions in it, and it was true to him. Okay, guys, we're talking about weight loss, haven't we? You say you want to lose weight. And say your weight loss, say you want to lose weight. Now, the weight gain or weight loss really starts when you sit down at the table. It sits with those emotions right there. Now, you and I sitting in this room, and we're all together, and I say, does anybody want to lose weight? Everybody raise their hand, right? But when we're sitting right in front of the table, and you have that, whatever it is in front of you, you just love, right? Chicken, whatever it is. Now, that's when the weight loss program really begins. And if you're sitting in front of that chicken, and it's a 10, emotionally, you know what your weight loss level would be? 0. Isn't that right? Guess which one wins? Chicken. Or your emotions to chicken. Isn't that right? All right. But then after you eat all that chicken, the whole bucket worth, feeling miserable, then you start beating yourself up. Again, is that an affirmation? Yep. So then you're adding more to the weight gain, right? So then it's adding more emotions to it. So that's probably when you beat yourself up, that'd probably be another 10, wouldn't it? Or probably a 20. Isn't that right? But then you'll still be over here on the weight loss, still 0. But when we get out in front of all the group and then you start looking at yourself, wow, I really want to lose weight. And you buy all these candy bars it's supposed to eat for a month, and you buy all this cabbage to eat cabbage soup, and you buy this gym equipment that still looks new after 5 years. And guess which one's going to win? And of course, if you want to be loved and accepted and everybody else is going out to eat, guess which one's going to win? And you say, well, acceptance is a 10 for me. Isn't that right? And then, of course, when you're lonely and you're bored and there's nobody there to take care of you and you're all by yourself, again, that is another strong emotion, isn't it? Guess what your bank account is over here in weight loss? Isn't that right? But then you say, I really want to lose weight. But, I'll go out and eat. I only get to go out and eat every once in a while. Well, I'm thinking about it, so maybe it's a 1. Give it a little value. Which affirmation win? Whichever has the strongest emotion. Do you realize that? So we have to start addressing whatever it is sitting in front of you. That's where the battle begins. Now, guys, if you're sad and lonely, and the only way to get to, if you're looking for food to find your satisfaction, your peace within, your entertainment and survival, and food helps you escape, and it fills all the empty holes. This is the program that keeps you in that state of being overweight. Again, are those emotions? You bet. Food can never satisfy you, though. It may fill your stomach. It may temporarily give you a fix. But the big problem is you'll be the big loser. No gain. Well, you'll gain. You have to go to the tent and awning attire place, and then of course you have all the pains in your body, and you can't. Then of course the buffets, and all your friends are at the buffets, and whatever else. Does that kind of make sense? Affirmations are what you feel, the pictures you say, and the words you say. It's the emotions behind it that supports it. You see what I'm saying? We've got to change it, and we've got to affirm what you do want. If you really want to lose weight, guys, you've got to start affirming it when you sit down at the dinner table. You've got to tap it out, tap all the resistance. And of course, we're talking about tapping the resistance of getting food, but used to make us feel loved, satisfied, whatever. You got to change the program where it's just food. Okay, so affirmations, whichever is the strongest wins. Now, guys, if you want to really lose weight and you practice strongly and you positive visualizations and in your mind you're seeing yourself push the food away and you practice doing the mental part, putting the feelings in it, you can override this program. But I'll tell you, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. Because this has so much power within it. Make sense? Okay, so that's why we tap out the resistance. All right, so once we say the affirmation and there's no resistance, then what we do is We tap in the affirmation, whatever the affirmation is. I am blah, 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 whatever it is. I am blah, 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 whatever it is. I am blah, 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 whatever it is. And that's how I am. That's just how I am, naturally and easily. That's me. And then in your mind, you see yourself being what you affirm. Visually, physically, emotionally, be it. Does that make sense? Now, what are we doing? First of all, we're pulling the resistance out. Secondly, we're affirming what we do want. And thirdly, we are seeing it, feeling it, and being it. Make sense? Okay, now I got this model from the book. Okay, the book is, I call the Bible. And Jesus said this. Now, even though you don't have to believe in Jesus, but I say this because it's important. The disciples said, hey, Jesus, now my loose translation, hey, Jesus, teach us how to pray. Okay? And Jesus said, pray and believe in your heart. You already have it. Give thanks. All right, so what's the program? You see it, you believe it, it's real, and you give thanks. Is that the program? All right. Now, if you go into Hebrews and it talks about what faith is. All right, now, I'm Moses, and you're the children of Israel. And I'm Moses, and I'm going to say this. Okay, guys? Across town, there's a home just for you. As a matter of fact, it's a 3-story home. It has 4 garages. In the back, it has this big swimming pool. And the cool thing is, it has a brand new car in each stall just for you. And your kids will go to the best school, and you have a gardener that'll take care of your yard, and God will bless you. Now, what did you just do when I did all that? You pictured it, didn't you? Is that faith? You bet it is. So what is faith? Now, there's a difference between faith and belief. Faith is the program God has set up. Now, this is another faith program. I can't believe I'm so stupid. And so in my mind, I'm saying all the things I've done stupid. And then I really start to feel stupid. And guess what happens? I create what? Stupidity. Is that using God's program? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What is God's program? First of all, you believe in your heart that you already have it. You feel it to be true, and guess what you get? It's true. You're stupid. Does that make sense logically? It's what you do in your mind. Now, granted, is that the secret? Yeah. Absolutely. So watch what you think. That's why it's so important to see what you see, notice any physical reaction that's negative, and what do? You let it go. Okay, does he understand how it works? I'm listening to Anthony Robbins, and he said, the be-do-have model. Remember we had the be-do-have model in the book? Guess who came up with that one? Well, I'm sure it's before Jesus, but that's one of his models. You are. You are right now. Since you are, you do. You know what everybody else says? Well, if I do this, I'll do that, I'll be whatever it is. Like the lady who said, well, I can't wait to retire. I said, really? Why can't you wait? I said, well, I hate my job. I hate everybody I work with. I hate this place. I said, well, how long you had to retire? I got 10 more years, she said. And I said, so you think once you retire, you're going to be happy? Oh, yes, I'll be really happy. I said, so for 10 years, you're going to be practicing hating and being miserable. And something magical will occur the day you retire. Oh, you'll feel good for a moment. And then you'll go home and then you'll start worrying about George Bush. You'll be worrying about your dog and your check coming in on time and the guy's water flowing over across your yard and the kids across the street. You will be miserable. Why? Because she practiced being miserable. Guys, what you have in your life now currently, no matter what it is, no matter what size it is, no matter where you are financially, is a success based on the information you have installed. Now, guys, there are some people who lost down to the weight you want to weigh. They've got there. And you know what happened when they got there? They were just as miserable as when they were fat. Do you see what I'm saying? The weight will not make you happy. But changing you and how you feel and how you represent things, you'll be happy wherever you are.
or if you saw it on Oprah, where all the people went and got the weight loss surgery, and now they're alcoholics and sex addicts.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.